I should be throwing the bash. I need a woman who'll treat me right. I need a woman who love to squeeze me tight. I need a woman. I need a woman tonight. I need a woman I can call my own. She got the love the blues and she'll buy me home. She'll tie me up at night and make me say when the sun comes up we'll do it all again. I need a woman who love to squeeze me tight. I need a woman who wanna treat me right. I need a woman. I need a woman tonight. Well, my day's a number and I'll tell you why. All the pretty girls keep walking on by, looking and smiling and winking to me. I got a woman who won't let me be. I need a woman who will squeeze me tight. I need a woman who will treat me right. I need a woman tonight. I need a woman. Yeah, I need a woman. Looking for a woman. Yeah, got to have a woman. Oh, I need a woman. I need a woman tonight. Trash is like a razor's paying on dues, scraping for corn and rock good blues. Band is kicking, playing it tight, all getting high till the morning light. Wheeling my axe all night long, selling my soul for the price of a song. Any inspiration comes my way, fades like a dream by the break of day. Working my way throughout the night, moving through the shadows and ducking the light. Growls, hardball lights grow low, screaming out the high notes, losing control. Moving through the shadows late Friday night, guitar burning, holding back the light. Playboys and gals changing back in the suits, ducking the light, the last pull from a hooch, cleaning the streets, hosing the drunks, sleeping it off in the back of the truck. Working my way throughout the night, moving through the shadows and ducking the light. Working my way throughout the night, moving through the shadows and ducking the light. say you're scared, you walk the other way. No, I'm trying to be good. Why don't you treat me that way? You're walking and you're talking, giving me the blues every day. You told me that you love me, it's just the other day. I knew that you were lying, but there was nothing I could say. No, I'm trying to be good. Why don't you treat me that way? Yeah, you're walking and you're talking, giving me the blues every day. Well, you threw your arms around me, we were walking down the street. Then I saw you winking right every single guy we meet. You know I'm trying to be good. Why don't you treat me that way? Hey, you're walking and you're talking, giving me the blues every day. You know you walk that walk. You know you talk that talk. You know you walk that walk. Hey, you talk that talk. You know you're walking and you're talking, giving me the blues every day, baby. You know you're walking and you're talking, giving me the blues every day.
All right, all right, all right. It's the Zach Waldman Show. We are live. We are really here right now. You're really talking to me. This is your chance to actually interact with a real star of TV, film, stage, NASCAR, professional sports. A lot of you didn't know I was a professional athlete, did you? All right, here we are. I'm happy right now that I just uploaded the video about Trump hanging out with aliens. You always know when a video is going to go well because if people like it, it does well right away. And I gained a few subscribers from it, and it already has more views than in 3 hours. It has more views than the Chuck Yeager video has, which was up a day ago. So that's pretty cool. And I don't know where everybody is. I started much later than I planned to. I wanted to start like fucking Well, I was hoping to start like an hour ago, and then like an hour and a half ago, I was going to record something for the members area. Since there's hardly anybody here, I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and start, get warmed up, hit a couple of stories, get my groove on, try to be funny, even without anybody here. And then maybe people will come. And if they don't, if like the room doesn't fill up with people soon, then I will just stop this and I'll go record something for the fan club. Love it if you'd support me by subscribing to the show, hitting the thumbs up button. You hit that little notification bell and choose all. And of course, you could join the Zach Waldman fan club. That would be huge. Every time somebody joins, I do a special pipe cast where I wear my smoking jacket, smoking hat, smoke a pipe, and give you a little piece of my mind so you know where you could take that and put it in my pipe so I could smoke it. You know the saying, put it in my pipe so I could smoke it. And I really want to smoke my pipe. I'm out of weed to smoke. So I did a drink here. Usually I drink the whole 100 milligrams. Quickies, Pineapple Express Hybrid, 100 milligrams THC. Usually I just drink the whole thing. One time I did that and I actually felt like not high, but like I felt like I was getting a little like nauseous or something. I was like, I feel like this is like just without the high, just the shitty part. So even though it doesn't get me that high drinking the whole thing, I have a feeling just so much at one time just didn't set well with me. So I drank about half of it. I'll drink a little bit more, and we'll see how it kicks in a little while here. But I guess that's that oral fixation, from sucking all those dicks. I mean, from smoking all the time. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? What's going on? Away we go. You know me, I'm a treasure hunter. I've been following this story for a long time. And I'm going to go ahead and explore it for my own edification. A decade-long treasure hunt in the western U.S. captivated thousands. Here's who found it. Written by Frank Witzel from the Detroit Free Press. I wonder how much longer the press will be free. I don't know. Maybe the press is a little too free. It seems like most of the problems we have in the country are because of their efforts to sway things in favor of the, corporations, military-industrial complex. Instead of the media being watchdogs for politicians, they've now are doing their bidding. Anyway, after months of going anonymous, the identity of the treasure hunter who decoded a clue-filled poem that led to a gold-filled chest tucked away in the Rocky Mountains has been revealed. Jack Stewart, 32-year-old Michigan native, writer, and med student, found the chest full of gold, jewelry, and other valuables, beating out the thousands of other treasure hunters who searched over the years. The search ended in June, more than a decade after late antiquities dealer Forrest Fenn hid the treasure. I think I got a little embarrassed by how obsessed I was with it, Stewart told Outside Magazine, which published his name Monday. If I didn't find it, I would look kind of like an idiot. I mean, I didn't want to admit to myself what a hold it had on me. Hey, Twitter, it's been a while. Some personal news. I found the Fenn treasure. There it is. Boom. Let's take a look. Let's go straight to Twitter. This is from Outside Magazine. And there's the treasure box. And here's an entirely different article on the same topic. All right, we'll stick with the article we wrote in on. The magazine author Daniel Barbarisi said it took him 2 months to convince Stewart to go public with his name, and there was a lawsuit that likely would have revealed it anyway. Don't you love that? No one wants to just leave people alone. I honestly didn't expect to ever know who he really was, Barbarisi wrote in the article. I was fine with that. As a fellow treasure hunter, I completely understood his desire for anonymity. Barbarisi said he too was among the thousands looking for the treasure. Stewart found the chest June 6th, delivered it to Fenn, and asked him to not reveal his identity to the rest of the world. The next month, Fenn announced the chest had been found, but Stewart's identity a secret. In an essay initially, I didn't know that this guy died. In an essay initially published anonymously on the website Medium in September, he wrote he was the treasure's finder. The piece was a tribute to Fenn, who died in September at 90, in Stewart's words, far too soon. Struck down in the prime of life. A byline was added to the post this week after Stewart's identity became known. I figured out the location where he wished to die, and thus where his treasure was. Oh, man. Back in 2018, Stewart wrote, but it took me many months to figure out the exact spot. The treasure hunt was the most frustrating experience of my life. It frustrated others, too. The hunt proved deadly over the years. In 19, the Gallatin County Sheriff's Office in Montana warned that at least 2 people died. 2 were rescued near death, and others had run-ins with police as they searched for the treasure near Yellowstone after a man was injured searching for the prize. In 17, a body was found in New Mexico that appeared to be Paris Wallace of Grand Junction, Colorado, a pastor who went missing while searching for the treasure. The year before, the body of Randy Bellew, 54, was found months after he disappeared while looking for the treasure along the Rio Grande. I love this, man. I'm glad a bunch of people died looking for it. It makes it all the more valuable. Gives it more mystique. It's a real treasure hunt. If a real treasure hunt's supposed to be dangerous. Fenn set up the treasure hunt and provided clues to where it was in 2010 in a 24-line poem. He later wrote about the hunt in a book, The Thrill of the Chase. The treasure was estimated to be worth $1 to $2 million. The hunt led to a frenzy of searching. It got so bad in 2017 that a news outlet reported New Mexico State Police Chief Pete Caceres called the treasure hunt, which by that point had led to 2 deaths, stupid, and asked Fenn to end it. Since the treasure was uncovered, others have claimed they were the rightful finders. One lawsuit filed by a Chicago attorney alleges she had spent years looking for treasure too, but her emails were hacked. Various news organizations have reported. She sought the court to turn the chest over to her. Unbelievable. When Forrest began the hunt, he never imagined it would go viral, so he never expected many of the unintended consequences that came, he wrote. I don't think Forrest wanted this chase to be defined by negativity, neither do I. He also addressed the lawsuits, calling them an abuse of the court system. Well, that's what it's there for. He wrote, I am the legitimate finder and owner of the treasure. No person has any remotely valid claim against me, adding that I've never hacked or stalked the plaintiff or any person, nor have I been charged with or arrested for any crime in my life. Fenn's grandson also confirmed the name on a website about the treasure hunt. Jack found the treasure chest as a result of years of careful searching, without any help from my grandfather, myself, or any other member of our family, Shiloh Forrest Old wrote. That's his name, Shiloh Forrest Old? Jesus, what a stupid name that is. He added, I cannot express to you the joy that my grandfather had seen in his treasure hunt positively touched the lives of so many. The excitement in his eyes when he saw that chest again for the first time since hiding it in the wilds of Wyoming. There you go. All right. Again, I did that story for myself. I don't care if you don't give a shit about treasure. I care about treasure. This might be a very short show tonight. Although I've said that before, and that's when I end up having some kind of, epic Iliad-length podcast. All right, let's do this story. We're getting right. We're just fucking cranking them out tonight. Facebook sued by FTC 48 attorneys general alleging it operates an illegal monopoly. This is written by Alexis Keenan and Daniel Howley. A group of 48 U.S. attorneys general led by New York filed an antitrust lawsuit against Facebook on Wednesday, alleging the social media giants violating antitrust laws by buying up competitors and depriving consumers of alternatives that would better protect their privacy. The FTC filed a separate suit alleging similar antitrust violations. At the heart of both lawsuits are claims that Facebook's acquisitions of Instagram in 12 for $1 billion and WhatsApp in 14 for $19 billion, as well as other smaller technology companies, were carried out in order to squash competition. As part of its lawsuit, the FTC wants to force Facebook to break off both Instagram and WhatsApp. After identifying two significant competitive threats to its dominant position, Instagram and WhatsApp, Facebook moved to squelch those threats by buying the companies, reflecting CEO Mark Zuckerberg's view expressed in an '08 email that it is better to buy than compete, the FTC lawsuit stated. Well, I don't know. That sounds like a business chess game. Not going to defend Facebook, but I'm just saying, companies eating other companies, isn't that what capitalism is all about? Facebook's the largest social network in the world, with 2.7 billion monthly active users across its 4 apps: Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Here's a fucking weirdo. Look at that guy. Here's Mark Zuckerberg. Hi, I'm a fucking alien. You know, they say that Trump's been in touch with aliens. I think we all have. Anybody that's ever communicated or in any way with Mark Zuckerberg is communicated with an alien. And no company should have this much unchecked power over our personal information and our social interactions. That's why we're taking action today and standing up for the millions of consumers and millions of small businesses that have been hurt by Facebook's illegal behavior. New York Attorney General Letitia James said on Wednesday, speaking on behalf of the attorneys general, which included those for Guam and Washington, D.C., and every state except for Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, or South Dakota. In a Senate hearing in November, Facebook's CEO downplayed the significance of the company's Instagram acquisition. At the time, I don't think we or anyone else viewed Instagram as a competitor, as a kind of large multi-purpose social platform, Zuckerberg said. In fact, people at the time kind of mocked our acquisition because they thought that we dramatically spent more money than we should have to acquire something that was viewed as primarily a camera and photo sharing app at the time. Facebook's general counsel, Jennifer Newstead, does not sound like a Jew. I don't like her. I don't like his chances with her. I mean, I could be wrong. She could be a Jew, but it's on Wednesday called the FTC's lawsuit revisionist history, noting that the commission approved the acquisition of both WhatsApp and Instagram. That's pretty funny. It's like, hey, assholes, we ran this by you. You said it's good, and now you want to take it away from us? Oh, that kind of reminds me of something else. It reminds me of people that own restaurants being told to set up outdoor dining and then told that actually we take it back, you're not allowed to do that, and all the money and time you put into it, that's just throw that away. And also, we're going to let other people do the exact same thing right next to you. Just not you if you're a small, mom and pop restaurant. If you're a movie company filming a movie, then it's fine. It's fine. So looks like Facebook's getting a taste of its own medicine from the government, or I shouldn't say a taste of its own medicine, a taste of what the government does to regular people is what I was trying to say. Anyway, the government now wants a do-over, sending a chilling warning to American business that no sale is ever final. Yeah, just ask the Indians. She said in a prepared statement, people in small businesses don't choose to use Facebook's free services and advertising because they have to. They use them because our apps and services deliver the most value. We're going to vigorously defend people's ability to continue making that choice. I agree. I don't agree that Facebook is a monopoly. I do think that they are a publisher, though, and should be sued for what's said on their platform. And if they're not a publisher, if they're just a platform for people to use, then they need to stop with the censorship. I don't care about the monopoly. I care about the censorship. This is the second major antitrust action in less than 2 months. The suit marks the second major action in the U.S. against a Silicon Valley tech giant in less than 2 months. In October, the Justice Department, joined by a coalition of state attorneys general, filed a lawsuit against Alphabet's Google, accusing the firm of abusing its monopoly power by positioning itself as a default general search engine with de facto exclusivity on millions of users' phones and tablets. Google, the DOJ said, violated the law by entering, and you're going to make me say it again, huh? I hate this word, into exclusivity. See, I can never say it. Exclusivity. Can you believe I was a communications major? Exclusivity. Look at that. I can say exclusivity. Google the I'm going to fuck it up. I'm going to try it again. Watch this. Exclusivity. Google, the DOJ said, violated the law by entering into exclusivity deals with mobile device makers and carriers, including Apple, Samsung, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon, that mandated the device makers use Google's services and apps. Again, I don't have what's the problem with that? They didn't have to do it. They could have said, you know what, we're going to start up our own version of Facebook and have our own search engine, or we'll cut a deal with Bing. They could have cut a deal with Bing. I can't believe you're a Jew. That's a surprise to you, Dub? My name's Zach Waldman. I'm not a real Jew. I mean, I didn't have a bar mitzvah. And I'm not, religious in any conventional sense. Pork baby back barbecue ribs is my favorite food. It depends on how you look at it, Dub. You ever see the Seinfeld episode where the dentist converts to Judaism just so he can make anti-Semitic jokes? That's kind of the way I use it. I'm only, some people look at Judaism as a religion, as like a belief system. Other people looks at it as like a culture, that it's like a race of people, like Jews are but whatever. I just use it to my benefit to make anti-Semitic jokes mostly. If you hold Facebook responsible for what's said on the platform, you're going to see more censorship, not less. Well, Jimmy Dore doesn't agree with you either. Jimmy Dore, just like me, says they either need to be a platform censorship-free, and in which case you should not be allowed to sue them. But if they're going to act as a publisher and decide what can be said and what can't, again, you can't sue a bookstore for what's in the books it's selling. They're just the distribution center. If they want to just be a distribution center, then by all means, stop with the censorship. But if they're going to censor it, no, they're now a publisher and they can be sued. Well, how do you not understand what Jimmy Dore and me and other people are saying? Go listen to Jimmy Dore talk about it. Go listen to people smarter than me talk about it. And tell me that you think that Facebook should be allowed to be censored. If you think that Section 230 isn't the solution, then you tell me what the solution is. Jimmy Dore's smarter, funnier, and better informed than you, better looking, more successful. He's all around a more successful and a better human than you. He's not saving up for a sailboat. He shits sailboats. All right. So anyway, I'm going back to this thing. We're going back to Facebook being sued. The Facebook lawsuits focus on its history of acquisition, and according to a Stanford Law School professor, Mark Lemley, the FTC action is a much bigger deal than the case against Google. They're seeking to break up parts of Facebook, though not the central piece, and to prevent future mergers, he told Yahoo Finance in an email. Unraveling existing mergers is hard, especially when 10 years have passed. But it's easier than carving Facebook itself into pieces. The states are asking the court to find that Facebook violated antitrust law by acquiring WhatsApp and Instagram, and to bar it from buying any other companies worth more than $10 million without notifying the states first. Speaking on Wednesday, Letitia James said Facebook sent a clear message to the industry. Don't step on Facebook's turf. Facebook and Google are not alone as targets of increasingly antitrust scrutiny. Amazon and Apple are also under investigation for their business practices. Amazon's facing investigations both in the U.S. and the European Union for its treatment of third-party sellers on its e-commerce platform, while Apple is dealing with a probe into how it exerts control over its App Store. While the FTC approved Facebook's acquisitions of WhatsApp and Instagram, it's also taken the social network to task. In 2019, the agency slapped the social media company with a $5 billion penalty for allowing Cambridge Analytica, a data firm conducting election research on behalf of then-candidate Trump's campaign, to access private data of 87 million Facebook account holders. In a settlement agreement, the agency mandated that Facebook implement new privacy safeguards, including third-party access to user information. Critics of the FTC's were underwhelmed. The $5 billion sum, they said, was nothing more than a slap on the wrist for the company that reported $70.7 billion in revenue in fiscal 2019. In her statement on Wednesday, Facebook's general counsel suggested that the recent lawsuit to punish Facebook without the benefit of protecting consumers. Antitrust laws exist to protect consumers and promote innovation, not to punish successful businesses, she said. Instagram and WhatsApp became the incredible products they are today because Facebook invested billions of dollars in years of innovation and expertise to develop new features and better experiences for the millions who enjoy those products. I agree with her. Due to an editor's error, an earlier version of the story stated that 48 state attorneys general had sued Facebook. In fact, it is 46 state attorneys general, along with attorneys general for Washington, D.C. and Guam. If you made a bookstore responsible for what was in the books, there would be less books. Your own argument proves you lack understanding. No, I don't think you're understanding. If you were allowed, if the bookstore was made into a publisher, then you would be correct. But that's the whole point. As of right now, bookstores are just the delivery device for the books. So you can't sue a bookstore for what's in the books. If Facebook wants to act like a bookstore and not censor stories and not ban people off the platform, then fine. They are now, if they're not engaging in any kind of editorializing, then they are not a publisher, they are a platform. However, they are engaging in editorializing. They are censoring people. They are kicking people off of the platform. So because of that, they are doing something that bookstores don't do. Bookstores don't open up the books and start taking a black marker and changing what you can read in the book. So, Zach, a bookstore can choose what books they present. Yeah, but they don't change what's in the book. It's not the same thing. Listen, man, if you want to keep being anti-free speech, you keep doing it. I'm a free speech absolutist. Maybe Section 230 isn't the correct way to solve the problem, but anybody that is standing up against the unfair censorship and the unfair treatment of people on these platforms, anything they're doing to bring attention to that, I'm in favor of. All right, let's. This is pretty big news out here, and I don't know if you guys care, but I believe this was Mark Garrigus' office, by the way, that brought this lawsuit forward, because I was listening to him talk about it on Adam Carolla. California judge says LA officials arbitrarily set outdoor dining ban. Yeah, no kidding. This is by Katie Murphy and Victoria Colliver. These are the simplest stories in the world to write. Why do they regularly require two people? Hey, Katie and Victoria, a little less writing stories together, a little bit more making out with each other, all right? Two women should be doing nothing but kissing each other. A judge on Tuesday dealt a rebuke to Los Angeles County public health officials racing to control COVID-19 spread, blocking an indefinite ban on outdoor dining announced last month. So by failing to weigh the benefits of an outdoor dining restriction against its costs, the county acted arbitrarily, and its decision lacks a rational relationship to a legitimate end, wrote Los Angeles Superior Court Judge James C. Chalfant. Chalfant. That's a fun name. Maybe it's Calfont. Like, I'm a Zach with a ZH. I'm not Zach, so maybe he's a Calfont. Calfont? Calfont. I don't know. I'm going to go with Calfont. Gives a shit. Anyway, in a tentative ruling issued Tuesday to a legal challenge from the California Restaurant Association, the tentative ruling to block the open-ended ban won't have immediate practical consequences for Los Angeles area restaurants, as the county is now under a temporary stay-home order tied to the region's quickly diminishing ICU capacity. You know, we were one of the first states to really lock down when this all started. And LA in particular was really hardcore about it. It doesn't seem like the lockdowns are doing any good because the entire country didn't do it seriously from the beginning. I believe it was Brett Weinstein was saying that his concern, I think that was who it was, on Rogan's podcast early on said, my concern is we have one shot at this. If we got super serious and nobody fucked around, every state, every city, everybody locked their doors, stayed inside, took all the precautions, maybe we can get rid of this thing before it mutates, because there's two different versions of this COVID, right? There's the Asian one and the European one, right? And so he was saying, if we do that, maybe we can do something about this before it mutates and then it's out of control. I don't know if it's mutated or not. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because I just remember the conversation. And my point is, whether or not it mutated, it seemed like for lockdowns to work, we should have immediately shut down anybody entering or leaving the country. Everybody. Not just some people. We shouldn't be letting dignitaries out. We should have just locked everything completely down. Nobody in or out. And everybody goes in, and either do it balls to the wall, really serious, or do something else. Or I guess do what we did, which was this chaotic approach where every state is doing its own thing. And I don't know. And maybe it wouldn't have made a difference. I mean, you hear about people that lock down and the thing spread through the air ducts of the building. So I don't know. Maybe there's just nothing that could have been done. All I know is California seemed to have taken it more serious than other places, yet right now we're out of control with COVID. I mean, we have more now than ever. More cases, more people dying. But anyway, this court case marks a symbolic legal victory for those challenging the emergency powers flexed by state and local officials, and a rare setback for public health authorities facing a worsening crisis. Yeah, it really feels like out here, especially in LA, the LA City Council and Garcetti, it feels like these are people that that they finally getting the attention they always wanted. And they're like, I'm going to be like Giuliani. I'm going to be America's mayor. I'm going to be America's governor. I'm going to be a star. And I think that's gone all the way down to the LA City Council with these morons going, oh, I finally have some power. I can finally get some attention. Time to wield the power. It's kind of like, you're walking around with a loaded gun, just looking for an excuse to use it. It's like, come on, I whatever. So, LA County Public Health Director Barbara Ferrer, always mess up her name too. She was named in the lawsuit. She declined to comment about the case when asked during a briefing Monday. Piece of work. A spokesperson for LA County said in a statement Tuesday that LA County is committed to protecting the health and safety of its residents from a deadly virus that claimed the lives of nearly 8,000 of our friends, family, and neighbors, and that has sickened more than 450,000 people just in LA County. Let's see, it's claimed the lives of 8,000 of our friends, family, and neighbors. How many lives have been saved by not driving on the 405? I bet at this point in the year there would have been more deaths on the 405 than from COVID. The nation's most populous county with more than 10 million morons per square inch, and believe me, there are a lot of morons out here, reported 8,547 new cases on Tuesday alone. Its 5-day average shot up to nearly 5,000, almost double the 5-day average for the day after Thanksgiving that triggered the local order. The county also, for the first time, reported a daily hospitalization tally exceeding 3,000. California Health and Human Services Agency Secretary Mark Ghali on Tuesday acknowledged the state's regional prohibition on outdoor dining has more to do with preventing gatherings and limiting movement than the activity itself. When did they care? They didn't care about outdoor gatherings when they were looting Santa Monica. How come they're so concerned with outdoor gatherings now? The decision to include, among other sectors, outdoor dining and limiting that, turning to restaurants to deliver and provide takeout options instead, really has to do with the goal of trying to keep people at home, not a comment on the relative safety of outdoor dining, he said at a press briefing. So he's basically saying, yeah, we know outdoor dining, it's fine. It's bullshit. We don't care about outdoor dining. We just got rid of it because we really just want to control you and keep you at home, and we don't want you to even take walks, really. We've worked hard with that industry to create safer ways for outdoor dining to happen, to keeping tables farther apart. I have to fix their grammar. It's not further, it's farther. To ensuring masks happens as much. To ensure masking happens as much as possible. To create opportunities for air circulation to continue. To bring back fake titties and get rid of fake asses. The things LA was built on. Big fake titties. All those factors make sectors like outdoor dining lower risk. But Ghali said the current levels of transmission mean Californians should reduce their risks by leaving home as little as possible. The state on Tuesday reported 23,727 new cases Monday, an increase from about 11,000 just 2 weeks ago, and a 7-day positivity rate of 10.1%. Hospitalizations jumped nearly 71%, and ICU admissions are up 68.7% in the 2-week period. The exploding case count prompted Governor Dipshit Newsom last week to issue a stay-at-home order that divides the state into 5 regions and imposes new restrictions, none of which he'll abide by. He'll go ahead and he'll have dinner indoors at the French Laundry, and he'll go to his local glory hole that he normally visits and blow a few dudes, and then he'll pay $20 to a few different black guys that he runs across in Compton to videotape them, banging his wife, and that'll all be fine, Hey, Zach, those bulls, they wore masks when they banged my wife and I recorded it. We were safe. Anyway, this includes the closure of outdoor dining. It's based on regional ICU admission rates. State health officials moved 2 of the regions, Southern California and the San Joaquin Valley, into the new lockdown on Sunday evening when their ICU capacities dropped below the 15% trigger. 5 Bay Area counties plus the city of Berkeley on Friday moved preemptively to abide by the order through January 4th, even though the region's capacity hovers at 24.5%. The regions required to adhere to the new order must do so for at least 3 weeks. So they're telling us this is how we're spending New Year's Eve, is just by ourselves in our apartments. Right now, we're seeing such high levels of transmission that almost every activity that can be done differently and keep us at our homes, not mixing with others, is safer. Those are going to be the tools that help us get this under control. And yeah, you're a tool. Ghali did not directly address a reporter's question about the LA judge's request for more specific data that shows that outdoor dining is riskier than outdoor activities that are still permitted. Brent Garrar, a Assistant Secretary for Health at U.S. Health and Human Services, told Fox News Monday that he hasn't seen any data that says you need to shut down outdoor dining or outdoor bars. Gailey noted that the order still allows restaurant pickup and delivery and reiterated that now is not the time to spend additional time outside of your household, potentially mixing with other races. What? What did you just say? Transmitting the illness far and wide. Jesus, this guy's a racist. He's telling us not to mix with other races. That's what I read. I may have misread it. Sometimes I misread things. He said the hope is that if the restrictions continue for a short period of time, aka a midget minute, that's a short period of time, aka the midget minute. Yeah, I apologize for that. I'll just go ahead and... So sorry about that, guys. But saying the spread will be reduced enough for outdoor dining to resume. He said, we look forward to moving beyond the surge, having the industry and many other sectors reopen for business and really move beyond the period we are in now. The California Restaurant Association tried to block the county order last month before it took effect. Calfont denied that request, but ultimately ordered the county to submit evidence to support its decision. The restaurant trade group argued the rule was arbitrary and unfair to businesses that invested in outdoor dining spaces to weather the pandemic. Countless times in recent weeks, we've heard public health... By the way, and I already showed you the video, but if you haven't seen it yet, check out the video of the woman who was her outdoor dining at her restaurant was shut down, but they allowed a movie company to have outdoor dining about 10 feet away from hers. So their outdoor dining, which had more tables closer together, was allowed because they were making a movie, but her outdoor dining was shut down. So this really does seem to be, whether it's on purpose, by design, or if it's some kind of just the way things are falling into place, but it really does seem like they're trying to bankrupt everybody that owns a small business, especially restaurants. It's like in California, they really seem to have it out for restaurant owners. I mean, it's so hard to run a restaurant or bar in LA anyway. Impossible to get a liquor license, and expensive, and so much bureaucracy, so many palms you have to grease, so much bullshit you have to go through. I don't know why anybody in their right mind would want to open up a restaurant in this dump. Countless times in recent weeks, we've heard public health experts say that the key sources of spread of coronavirus currently are holiday gatherings and other private household events which are unregulated, said the association's president. Jot Kandi? Your name is Jot Kandi? Ugh. At least Jet's kind of cool. Like, that's, what's his dude? John Travolta's kid's name is Jet, right? But Jot? Let me just that down, jot it down. Jot Kandi. What another stupid name. That's two stupid names in one article, I think. Isn't this the article that had another stupid name in it earlier? Change your name, Jot. I agreed with your statement, but you've lost all credibility with that name. Without evidence, it's unconscionable that the county can close businesses entirely and put thousands of restaurant employees out of work during the holidays. Yeah, not to mention magicians. I mean, I'm an independent contractor when I work at restaurants, so. Assembly member James Gallagher, when he's not busy smashing watermelons, compared the LA court ruling to a lower court decision in a lawsuit he and Kevin Kiley. Now that's a name. Kevin Kiley here. Hey, Kevin, can I count on you? You sure can. Hey, Kiley, good catch. Hey, good pitch. It's Kevin Kiley from Rockland. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Kevin Kiley filed to challenge Newsom's use of emergency powers to shape the November election, including the order that every voter be mailed a ballot. Sutter County Superior Court Judge Sarah Heckman agreed that Newsom had exceeded his powers. Newsom appealed. The case is being argued in the California Appeals Court. There still has to be a nexus between what you are mandating and actually curbing the spread of the virus, Gallagher said. It's a sign that the judicial branch is finally starting to check these emergency powers. They need to do so. We all agree that this is a serious pandemic and emergency responses need to be taken, but that doesn't mean we undermine the foundational principles of our democracy. And another thing, ferrets are illegal in California. It's about goddamn time we do something about that too. All right. So we got an audience. I thought I was going to end this early tonight because of not having an audience, frankly. And also, I wanted to at 9 o'clock start recording some stuff for the members area. And then things got out of control. And then a buddy called and I didn't even start the show until 10:30 tonight. I don't know, man. It's funny, though. It seems like the later it gets, the more people show up. And it's like, I'm a night owl anyway. I feel best at this time. So, you know what I'm saying? Just had to crack the old back. Let's do this story. We're going along quick, man, tonight. We're just going story to story to story. How do we like the pace, Dub? You liking the pace we got going here? Where's everybody else tonight? And yeah, hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the little notification bell. Choose all. You'll know when I go live. You'll know when I upload a new video. And of course, please support me by going to zachwaldman.com/fans. You'll find there's all kinds of things you can do there, including things that are completely free to support me, your favorite comedian, magician, YouTuber. Fox News is, should you be allowed to call yourself Fox News any more than you should be able to call your organization Trump University if it's not really a university? You know what I'm saying? It's like, let's not call it. It's just an oxymoron, Fox News. Fox News's Geraldo Rivera, giant piece of shit. Can't believe he has a career. It's amazing. You would have thought the Al Capone vault would have been the end of him, but nope, this fucking jerk-off is still lingering in our lives. He's saying, Trump's not speaking to me right now. Uh-oh. Poor Geraldo Rivera's boyfriend isn't talking to him. This is written by Josephine Harvey. Josephine Harvey. Not sure how I feel about the name, but I know how I feel about the Huffington Post. Why don't they just rename that the Woke Gazette? Fucking Huffington Post, another total piece of shit. It's like it's the complete opposite of Fox News. I mean, right there between Fox News and Huffington Post, you could draw a line between the two extremes. Two fucking rags. You want real news? Listen to The Hill. Watch The Hill and check out Rising. Read The Hill, watch The Hill, check out Rising with Sagar, whatever the fuck his name is, Sagar, and the love of my life, Crystal Ball. That girl, smart, charismatic, gorgeous. Love her. All right, so here we go. Remember when Geraldo posed topless to show off his physique, and it was like, oh, look, there's an old man with his shirt off. He thought he looked hot. Talk about a fucking delusional narcissist. Anyway, Fox News' Geraldo Rivera said Tuesday that Trump isn't speaking to him because he acknowledges the fact that President-elect Biden won the election. The conservative commentator, he's not conservative. There's nothing conservative about him. He's a fucking... We use these words completely incorrectly. It's like Hugh Hefner. That was a liberal. That was a guy that did more for women's rights than any modern day feminist has done. He did more for their reproductive rights. He did more in terms of printing these in-depth, amazing articles on filmmakers and political figures. He published amazing writers like Shel Silverstein. He started the Jazz Festival. Hugh Hefner was a real liberal. But a conservative is Geraldo Rivera is not a conservative. There's nothing conservative. He's scummy. He's like he looks exactly. You know what he's like? He's like a real life Quagmire from Family Guy. If Quagmire was a douchebag, you know that Geraldo, like in the '70s, was attending key parties and like swapping whatever, dumb bitch he talked into bed with him with some other fucking loser's wife. Anyway, whatever. I think the edibles kicked in because my hatred of Geraldo Rivera is on an 11 right now. Anyway, Geraldo Rivera described Trump as a friend and as a butt buddy, and he routinely defends him. Says he's a power bottom. Anyway, he was in the thick of criticizing Biden's COVID-19 plan on the Fox News show, The Five. Should be called the Deuce, the number two. Anyway, when he dropped the tidbit, I don't mean to be petty or partisan, he said. I just want you to know that as Trump's friend, as his pool boy, even if he may not be speaking to me right now because of my position on the election being over, but I insist that we have to recognize the role he played, the 45th president, in defeating a pandemic that's been so devastating to my butthole, to America and the world. Also, I have AIDS. Geraldo said on Fox News last month he loves Trump, but just wanted him to recognize the reality that the election is over. Why don't you recognize the reality that you're a bad person and you should fucking jump off a bridge? And not a real high one, like high enough to put you in a wheelchair, but not high enough to kill you. I want to see you wheel around like a retarded version of fucking the fucking Stephen Hawking. Shows, yeah, the edibles are definitely kicking in. I should ingest some more. Later in Tuesday's segment, co-host Jesse Waters with 2 T's. Really, Jesse? You got 2 T's? What are you, a fucking light bulb? Jesse Wattage? Ugh. Jesse Waters with 2 T's. I hope you fucking drown in a fucking shallow pond. I hope you fucking hit your head and drowned face down in 3 inches of waters with 2 T's. Anyway, I don't even know if Jesse's a guy or a girl. It probably doesn't know it either. It's probably some kind of gender fluid, fucking mentally ill asshole. Anyway, commented on Riviera's juicy gossip. Ugh, juicy gossip? Ugh, who says that word? You know who says juicy gossip? An asshole with 2 T's for Waters. Anyway, it prompts the commentator. I guess anybody's a commentator now. I don't call myself a commentator. I'm just an asshole that talks. That's what they are too. We're just a bunch of assholes trying to make money with our insane views of the world. Except I'm honest about it, and I at least attempt to be funny by heaving piles of shitty attempts at humor at the wall. You just lie and play characters and believe your own nonsense. Anyway, it prompted these assholes to add that Trump didn't take my calls the last 2 times I tried. Well, Geraldo, don't call the 3rd time because you're going to start to look desperate. Play a little hard to get, Geraldo. The fact that he's saying this on the show is a way of like letting Trump know without, it's another way. It's like, well, I can't call him a 3rd time. I called him. He didn't call me back. I called him again. I'm getting nervous. He didn't call me back again. I can't call him a 3rd time. I'll look desperate. Maybe I should go on a date with Lindsey Graham and that'll make him jealous. Or you know what I could do? I could go on the 5 and I could be like, I could drop it, like as gossip. And then Trump will know that I'm thinking about him and that I love him and that I long for his big, thick load to slide down my gullet. You fucking cum-guzzling fucking douchebag. more than a month after the November 3rd election, which Biden won by more than 7 million votes nationally and with 306 electoral college votes to Trump's 232, the president still refused to concede. He continues to baselessly declare that the process was rife with fraud, even as his legal challenges fail again and again in battleground states. Trump supporters and Republicans in Congress have largely allowed this crusade to go unchecked. Just 27 congressional Republicans acknowledged Biden's win, a recent Washington Post survey found. Another 220 simply won't say who won. The results demonstrate the fear that most Republicans have of the outgoing president and his grip on the party, the Post reported. Despite his new status as just the third elected president to lose re-election in the past 80 years, Republicans who have acknowledged the reality of the election have drawn public attacks from the president and from Alex Jones. Oh, no. All right. Well, I think the real takeaway from the article is that Geraldo is a fucking bottom, and he's a girl, and he longs to kiss and hold Trump, and he wants to nuzzle his head right in Trump's neck while he twerks his nipples. That's what I got out of that article. What about you? What did you get out of it? Hey, Channel 420, how you doing, my brother? Zach, I got banned on Facebook for my political post. Last time I talked to you in Messenger, told you I'd subscribe to you. You know who I am, but I don't want to say my name in the chat. I get it. Geraldo Riviera is like a real-life Quagmire if Quagmire was an asshole. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Well, did you sign up? Did you join the Zach Waldman fan club at zachwaldman.com/fans? Or you just mean you subscribe to me on YouTube? I think that's what you meant. But it gives me a chance to plug it. My latest upload, I'm really starting to crack the code here. Oh, that would be awesome, man. Thanks. That would be really cool. I wonder who you are. Let's see. Who do I know? I won't say. I'm not going to guess out loud, but I'm trying to think. Who do I know that loves weed and just like me is routinely pissing everybody off with political posts? I stopped posting political posts on my personal page. I created a group just for fans of the podcast, or I call it a podcast, my YouTube show. If you, there's the link there in the chat. It's zachwaldman.com/FB group. And it's a private group on Facebook, but you'll automatically be approved. It's just what I did was I created that to separate the stuff I want to post, keep it away off my personal page, just divide that in my life. And it's been a lot better because now the people that are interested in it see it. And the people that would be, that want to unfriend me and call me a racist and everything else, even though I've had black girlfriends and, I've been accused of everything, even though I'm actually the thing I'm accused of being, or I've dated the thing I'm accused of hating, or I've paid money to some version or combination thereof to have horror, it's like, how could I possibly be that? I was on Molly and paid $50. Never mind. I'm not going to tell you what I paid $50 for, but the point is I'm not that. I love all kinds of people a little too much. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Who loves weed and, Blog TV. Oh, hybrid. Yeah. Oh, my Juggalo friend. Oh, man. You don't need to say failed comedian, man. All comedians are failed. There's no other kind of comedian. All comedians are failed comedians because we've all failed at life. Because we're all demented. We're all broken. Maybe life failed us. But fucking A, man. Nice to see you. I've always maintained respect for the Juggalos ever since we became friends. You opened my world. Because I remember there were some heated moments between us before I understood you. Then I got to know you a little bit, and you opened my eyes, and I was like, so whoop 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 whoop. I haven't done a whoop whoop in years. Whoop whoop. Yeah, man. Fuck. I gotta get that on my little soundboard here. I need a what whoop whoop. Let's see. I need a whoop whoop here. Hold on. Let's see. I gotta find a whoop whoop that I can. Let's see. What do we got here?
Yeah, a lot of whoop whoop, a lot of it, man. And hell, as you come in, I mean, it's more like a high, but it's a whoop whoop all the way down through the road.
Right here, whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Fuck yeah.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Where you at, motherfucker? Heard you been talking shit, but every time it's like you seem to forget. Shut up, you little hoe before I scalp your lip. Little punk ass bitch. I'ma forget you every time.
I need to go to a fucking meeting of the Juggalos.
Learn about the truck and Dixie, 'cause we only the same. Time my heart steady swinging as I'm dancing for rain. So come and play with me. And listen to the sound turns great. Shoot off my arrows like a safe. Amazing situation. All of the man. Represent the wicked nation.
Pretty great.
Street level. Burn this course. Keeping you shady bitches scared to come up off your porch. So come and hang with me. Unless you blaming me. Because the native hydro.
I gotta like edit out a few of these so that I can just hit a button and play a whoop whoop.
Keeps changing me.
These kids out here, they got their own way of talking and
Whoop whoop. I'm gonna fucking paint my face one night for the
their own
show.
way of, it's like, it's definitely some cult shit.
I'm gonna try to paint my face like a juggalo, and then I'll accidentally like paint it like blackface. I'll be like, I'm a juggalo. That's blackface, you dummy.
But you gotta respect it, you know what I'm
That guy right there, he's in blackface. Whoop
saying?
whoop.
So I'm just glad to be part of it, you know?
Me too, bro. Me too. Whoop whoop. All right. So what else we got here? I think those were all the fucking millions living in. Okay, let's see what we got here. Millions living in alternate universe where Trump won. We've talked about that. What's included in the latest stimulus outline? How people aren't angrier at Nancy Pelosi for holding up a better stimulus deal. Are you aware that Trump was fine with signing fucking whatever was passed going back several months? And Pelosi admitted, you can go look it up, she said, we don't want to make the deal because we don't want to give Trump a win before the election. So that fucking nasty cunt who is 100 millionaire, as Jimmy Dore says, let us all starve and get fucking have our rent due date pass us by because she would rather hold up stimulus than have checks going out with Trump's name on them or giving him any kind of win. So now we're going to end up with a shittier deal than we would have had they just done it. They're literally holding this up for political reasons, which, I mean, we've known that for a while, but I'm just reiterating, I don't know how people don't hate Nancy Pelosi more than they hate Trump. She's worse. Biden's worse than Trump. Pelosi's worse than Trump. They're all worse. Prescription drugs in short supply amid pandemic. Oscar winner on realizing she doesn't love acting. Who gives a fuck? Do you like sucking dick? That's all I care about. Disturbing revelation shakes prestigious university. All right, I'm in. I hope it wasn't Trump University. Look at this. I also want to see this underground party. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but just real quick. 158 people. Super spreader event. Oh, I think I was supposed to work this event. Wow, they arrested everybody? I better be careful, man. Somebody hires me for a private party, that they're not supposed to. Because I'm, I did a couple of gigs at people's homes, and that's all I need is to get arrested by the cops because I was doing magic at an underground super spreader event. This was in Palmdale. Palmdale is kind of a dump, so that's not surprising. Here, I'll tell you a story about kind of that area in a second. 116 were adults, 35 juveniles, massive underground party. Now, I told you, there's been a real lack of mass shootings because there hasn't been large groups of people getting together. This proves my point. Hey, mass shooters, do better. Do your research, find one of these super spreader massive underground parties and do your mass shooting there. I don't like that these mass shooters have to wait for everybody to show up for them. Like, do some research. Anyway, these parties typically involve drugs. Yeah, it's a party. Alcohol. Sounds like a party. Weapons. Sometimes those are at parties. Minors. Yeah, they slip in. Some of them have fake IDs or, they're somebody's nephew, whatever. Prostitution. Fuck, this sounds like this sounds like the exact party I want to go to. Drugs, alcohol, weapons, minors, prostitution. I mean, I don't want to fuck any minors, but you like to see the kids being, having a good time. Anyway. The sheriff's all upset about it. The organizers promoted previous parties in Pomona. Pomona and Ontario. Wow, all the way in Canada. Broken into a vacant house, used a moving truck to bring in their equipment. Cool. Sounds awesome. As the scene, authorities found 6 firearms, rescued an underage girl whom they believe was a victim of sex trafficking. According to Villanueva, he knew because he recognized her from paying her to blow him. He was like, hey, wait a minute. You're that girl at the massage parlor that I paid the extra $50 to blow me. How old are you? Oh, Jesus, you're a victim. The arrest come just after California Governor Gavin Newsom finished an indoor meal at the French Laundry in Northern California. And then he imposed stricter restrictions on travel and community gatherings. This was a flagrant violation of the governor's health order. Well, the governor is a flagrant violation of human beings. He's a flagrant violation of what it means to have a soul or a brain or a mirror. Have you seen that guy's hair? It's actually pretty good. He's got pretty good hair. Even without the health order, these actions were criminal in nature. Yeah, it sounds most fun things are. Anyway, they're going to enforce health orders. Wah, wah, wah. All right. So I'll tell you a quick story about, it's not Palmdale, but for those of you that don't know California, there's these shitty desert towns out in the middle of nowhere, like Palmdale. Another one, the one you probably hear about all the time with all the meth is Bakersfield. That's another dump. So years ago, I got hired to do a corporate event in Lancaster. Lancaster's another dump. And they actually had built like this new, that's fucking awesome, man. Thanks for doing that. Let's see here. Oh, you actually joined the fan club. Fuck yeah, man. What a fucking mensch. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, bro. You obviously know how fucked I am. I haven't worked for 9 months. Save a gig here or there that I got really lucky to get. Why does this always do this? Give me 1 second here. You know what that means, guys? It means I get to do a pipe cast. So that'll be in the members area. Shit, maybe tonight. I've never done a pipe cast. I promised the next person, you're member number 15. So despite your member number on the thing, so hey, what you need to tell me, Channel 420, I got to make a note here. So, as a member of the fan club, I will put your name on the scroll there on the bottom. So I'll put channel420.tv. I'll add that to the bottom of the scroll. And it's good advertising for yourself there too, for your channel. I assume that's your URL, right? Channel420.tv. I'll check that out, by the way. Let's check it out right now. What do you got going on over there? So the other thing, though, is... there's no, that's not your URL. I thought that was going to take me to a website. So you don't have so you don't have a website there yet? Okay. Well, so I'll put channel420.tv. We'll go there. Now, the other question is, everybody that's a member of the Zach Waldman fan club, they also receive a stinger of their own. Like Lizzie, when she shows up. Now, she's not here, but she told me I like journey, puns, and butterflies. So that's how that came about. So for your stinger, I might not use all of the elements, but give me a few different elements that I could put together so that whenever you're in the show or I want to give you a shout out, I can hit a button and just like Lizzie, you'll have your own. So just you tell me, give me a few different things and I'll combine them. And thank you, man. That fucking means a lot. So the other thing was I said the next person that joins the Zach Waldman fan club, I will pack this pipe, put on a smoking jacket and a fun hat, and I'm going to do a pipe cast. I have not really a real idea of what that's going to be other than that I smoke a pipe. It'll probably be some kind of like, remember on Family Guy when he says, you know what grinds my gears? Okay, you could send me an email. I was just going to make a note of it, but that's cool. Yeah, you send me an email. That's cool. You could, on Facebook, email, whatever you want to do, my brother. But thanks a lot, man. That's what keeping me going, man. People joining the family. It's crazy as how many members have joined that are people all the way back from the Blog TV days. It's crazy. I'm friends with Rucka Ali, and that guy, so many times he's had his channel taken down. And he's had to rebuild from scratch, and he's done it over and over. And so it's kind of funny, man. Like, here I am all these years later and starting over all over again. It's fucking bonkers. But that means a lot to me that you joined. And if you like bar bets and magic tricks, and and there's going to be some really crazy uncensored shit. I've got this... I'm going to do commentary on this porn video I found because it was just too fucking funny. The premise of it was hilarious. So that's the kind of stuff that'll be in the members area. Totally batshit, crazy, uncensored fun. And I'm really excited I get to smoke my pipe. See, the idea is I only want to smoke it once in a while because it's not good for you. I don't smoke tobacco. But since it's very rare, as of right now, that people join the fan club, it's only once in a while. It's like that'll keep, so like now that you signed up, I could smoke the pipe and it might be another week. Could be longer before I get member number 16. I have no idea, but that's going to only be in the members area, Pipecast. But anyway, like on Family Guy, when he said, you know what grinds my gears, it's going to be like that, except it's going to be the tagline, which Lizzie came up with, is going to be something along the lines of, and now you put that in my pipe and I'll smoke it. See, that's about all I got so far. So I've got a costume, a pipe, and a way to end it. All right. So Johns Hopkins revelations about its founder and slavery. Yeah, we get it. Everybody's a racist. Everybody owned a slave. Somebody knows somebody that owned a slave. Blah, 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 blah. That's what it all is about? I thought this was going to be better. All right, boring. I don't care. It's time to start judging each other as individuals, and we need to start looking at color the same way we look at the color of somebody's hair. Nobody gives a fuck if you're a blonde or a redhead. Why do they care if you're black or Asian or Puerto Rican? Well, wait a minute. If you're Puerto Rican, that's different. There is a dude. I'm kidding. I dated a Puerto Rican. See, these are jokes. I'm from Miami. Of course I dated a Puerto Rican. It's the law. If you live in Miami, Cubans and Puerto Ricans, oh my. Lions and tigers and Puerto Ricans, oh my. All right, here, let's go check out Twitter. My pal Sam Tripoli says, is this true? Has the vaccine started killing people? He says, so the rushed vaccine is killing people. Wow, I wish conspiracy theorists would have tried to warn everyone. Let's see here. Bell's palsy, too. They expect to take at least a day off of work after taking it. Read what's in it. You'll be blown away. Real shit. I know, right? Is this true that facial paralysis and Bell's palsy? Bell's palsy is such a funny name for a disease. Almost makes you glad you have it. It sounds almost like something around Christmas, like, I don't know, Bell's Paisley, like sleigh bells in Paisley. It's Christmas time. He's got Bell's palsy. Really? What did you get for Bell's palsy this year? Sounds like a holiday or something. It's just a very friendly sounding disease. Look, before we get further down the rabbit hole of my friend Sam Tripoli's Twitter thread, let's see. Is COVID vaccine killing people? Don't you expect there's always going to be a certain number of people that have those side effects we're warned about? COVID-19 vaccine, okay. Let's see. Is COVID vaccine killing people? How many might even die with COVID vaccine? A coronavirus vaccine could kill 500,000 sharks. What? Gives a fuck about killing sharks? We're worried about sharks now? Vaccine distribution must prioritize prisoners? Yeah, fuck it. Go ahead. Try it out on them first. Sounds good to me. Here's from the AARP. Ugh. I don't want to even read that website. I know one day I'm going to be old enough to receive the magazine. So I don't want to even read their website. I don't want to tempt. I don't want to read it earlier than I have to by, the law of ages. I'm not seeing anything that says that the vaccine is killing people. All right, this is again about the prisoners. About that. Vaccine death COVID. FDA prepares to consider Pfizer vaccine. Fuck, everything is about the deaths from COVID, not from the... I don't see anything about deaths from the vaccine. Where's this? Holy shit. There's some... I thought never mind, my joke is fucked up. I had a joke. When I was scrolling, I thought those bodies were covered in sheets. I was going to say, hey, look out behind you. There's some ghosts on bunk beds. But then I realized they're body bags. I got to come up with a different joke. It's like, I guess this is the one time when you're in a bunk bed where you don't care if you're on the top bunk. There you go. That's not bad, right? It's like, I hate being on the top bunk, but in this scenario, I'm okay with it. Different version, same joke. Nothing about vaccines killing anybody. Sue, I don't know what the fuck Sam's talking about. Let's see. This is Kerry Mullis, inventor of the PCR test. He said the tests are meant to magnify material, not test for anything. Here he says Fauci's a fraud and a liar. Kerry died just before Event 201 last year because, of course, he did. Oh, wait, we are definitely in conspiracy land. I knew that clicking on my, I love Sam, but. And by the way, as I said in my last video, I'm no longer as anti-conspiracy theorist as I used to be. I'm like, I said on a scale of Eddie Bravo to Bernie Sanders, I'm about halfway to Eddie Bravo. Whereas I used to be 3/4 of the way to Bernie Sanders. I'm not seeing anything about... I'm not seeing any link to any article or anything that says the vaccine's killing people. Of course, gotta support your friends, Gary and Dino. Check them out. What the fuck did I just do? What just happened there? Going on. What is this? From Latino Caucus member Gustavo Arellano. I know him. What intonation is going on with SoCal sheriffs and coronavirus? All right, I'll bite. Briefly. Uh-oh, it's going to be behind the paywall. Never mind. Suck my dick, I'm not paying for your rag. Conspiracy factualist now, exactly. All right. What do we got? All right, I'm starting over. What's this fucking thing? Oh, water boxer. Oh, actually, where? Fucking. Never mind. All right. Sorry, got a little off track. I think the edibles are still kicking in. I think it might be time to drink the rest of this ganja. What do we got here?
On tonight's episode, we'll have our first $1 million pot of the new season.
Well, it's been a minute, hasn't it? Nearly 10 years have passed. The players are a little older. There are a lot of new faces, but
they brought this back?
The good news is we look and sound the same.
Speak for yourself, buddy.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that.
I feel like you have total dog. Show me a 4. Oh, wow. Holy.
All in. This is insane. Just such a monster raise.
Try 14.
I got nothing.
Your nothing beats my nothing.
So the best poker, in my opinion, is live at the bike, which obviously isn't going on right now. But I didn't know they brought back. This looks like Poker After Dark.
Oh, Rick's out here treating me like Paris Hilton. I can't do anything.
Any of my poker player friends in here right now? Because this is fucking. I want to see this.
That's gonna be everywhere. That hand, it's gonna haunt you.
I'm all in.
You guys are impossible to bluff. It's amazing. Nice job.
I mean, these are Tom Dwan right over there, and fucking Doug Polk. I mean, these guys are killers.
You have 2 pair and a flush draw, and you took forever there?
I didn't know what the hell to do.
I like to play fast.
Oh, Phil Ivey.
I like to play fast.
I just go up to my ball in front of people, everything. I like to just.
Hit it, go.
You are.
Pick it up.
There are some killers in this lineup, man.
Phil once on TV said if it was about skill, I'd win every day. And I think that was one of the best comments I've ever heard. If it was about skill, Phil, I'd be
I talked myself
I love Phil Hellmuth.
into folding, and I looked up at that big stupid.
He's probably the weakest player at that table. Well, I don't know some of these guys, but he's one of the weaker players at the table, but I don't care. I'm a fan.
Wine glass, and I was like, wait a second, what am I doing?
Tonight, the wine is from France.
I believe you're trying to give it to me.
I know, I am. Yeah, seriously. Fair. I mean, I don't love my hair right now.
This mother. That's 7,000 on it.
I had ace 9 on a king 10 board. What are you meant to do? I don't understand. I learned from the best, Tom DeWan.
I don't gamble against my man James. Okay? My buff's been working all right.
It doesn't work for me.
I picked the right target. I'm gonna rebuy when somebody takes all my chips. JRB's giving you the needle, that's all. He got $600 billion. How's he gonna show? He's not for the amount you play for, I can tell you, he's not gonna choke for that.
All in.
All in. I'm all in.
I'm fucking excited about this, man.
Oh, really?
I don't think I've ever prayed this hard for anything.
Oh, wow. That's brilliant.
I'll take this one, buddy.
All right.
Come on. I mean, last time when I was talking, you called me.
How much for you to stop talking?
Mother. Phenomenal. Can I be losing the game?
He's tilting out of his mind.
He's the best.
John dead.
Still complaining now, John?
I do feel a lot better, though. Yes.
Good. Glad.
A lot better.
Thinks he's gonna bluff me. You know who I am?
Games are good.
All in. Didn't snap
Holy
call, I'm in good
fuck.
shape.
This is like porn for me.
Wow.
Except I don't feel so ashamed afterwards.
40, listen, let's play some freaking poker. Jack high, baby.
Do I fold that? Oh, I wonder what a good player would do.
Oh, man. This one's gonna make the YouTubes.
The biggest game in town is back.
All right, I got a reason to live again. Poker go. Pretty awesome. All right, Long Beach Fire Department rescued a woman. Real estate firm launched crowdfunding. Okay. 1 in 140 residents in LA County infected with COVID, most without symptoms. Call me Stacey. What do we got here? The University of Oxford and pharmaceutical company AstraZeneca published a peer-reviewed analysis of phase 3 trials of the COVID-19 vaccine. The publication confirms has an efficacy of 70.4% across 2-dose regimens. That's the one my dad wants to take. I don't know why. My dad is 91. He's like, you going to take the vaccine? I'm like, yeah, I'll take the vaccine. He's like, I don't want to take the Pfizer or I don't want the Pfizer or the Madonna. I'm going to take AstraZeneca. All I ever think is maybe AstraZeneca will help. You go, hey, how are you? Go up to a girl at a bar. My name's Zach. You have a boyfriend by any chance? Actually, as a matter of fact, I do. Well, maybe AstraZeneca could help. The fuck, AstraZeneca. All right, let's check out what's trending. Trending Twitter. Here we go. And here we go. We're going to do trending for me. We'll do regular trending. We'll go down like we normally do. And then I'll probably wrap this up, do the pipe cast, and add some stuff to the members area in terms of some magic shit I want to add, some tricks and techniques I want to put in there. Additional states filed in support of Texas's Supreme Court voting lawsuit against 4 key states. You know, here's the thing, man. Why are these stories largely being ignored? These stories about Texas suing all of these states, and in other words, Biden's not officially the president-elect until the 14th. And we're less than a week away, 5 days away. And actually, it's almost midnight, so 4 days away in 3 minutes. So how come people are so sure that these lawsuits that Texas Supreme Court, I mean, here, well, let's check it out. I mean, in other words, it just seems like people are very confident that Trump doesn't have a leg to stand on. And so I'm like, really? Because I know Geraldo doesn't think he has a leg to stand on, but it's starting to look like this is just being ignored. All right. I'll fucking turn my ad blocker off. What's the point of an ad blocker if you assholes keep wanting me to fucking turn it off? All right. 17 states tell Supreme Court they support Texas bid to reverse Biden win. This is from CNBC. This isn't from like fucking what's Alex Jones's site called? Jesus, I'm having a brain fart. Alex Jones, the hey, Mr. Schisms. I don't know you. Nice to have you. The news is owned by the Democratic aristocracy. They're the same people that made marijuana illegal in 1936. I agree with you. It's listen, right now we've got a media that instead of holding politicians accountable, they're taking their orders from politicians and from intelligence agencies, and they're taking their cues from the military-industrial complex. It's pretty fucking amazing what we're seeing. But my point is, people are so sure that Biden is going to be the president, and I'm just saying, how come this is not being reported? I mean, I hear you. It's because of who owns the. When I say it's not being reported, how is it not really big news? And it's because of the control of the media. I get that. But you would think in this day and age. Anyway, let's just check it out. Here are the key points. 17 states told the Supreme Court they support an effort by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton to sue to effectively reverse Biden's projected win in the Electoral College. Filing came a day after Paxton asked the Supreme Court for permission to sue Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin over the election results, which Biden won in all instances. Trump filed a motion to intervene in the case in his personal capacity as a presidential candidate. Trump defeated Biden in the popular vote of the states supporting Paxton's bid. 17 states, okay. And it says a lawsuit that could effectively reverse President-elect Joe Biden's projected electoral college victory. The electorates don't have to vote the way the population told them anyway. How come that's not talked about, right? Isn't it possible that the people, they're supposed to go, okay, this is how my state wants me to cast my vote, but they don't have to. We talked about this before. Who did we say that happened to most recently? It was when Clinton and Trump ran, right? Didn't one state its electorate vote for John Kasich or something? Didn't we have that conversation here? Was that you? Anyway, the filing backing Paxton by those states came a day after he asked the Supreme Court for permission to sue Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, of which Biden won, over their voting processes. Trump filed a motion to intervene in the case. The Supreme Court is yet to rule on the request. The states supporting the suit, all of which have Republican attorneys general, are Missouri, Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Utah, and West Virginia. That is fucking bonkers. Is anybody right now, any of you guys watching right now, do any of you believe that Biden is a shoo-in to actually be the president-elect? to actually on just do any of you believe on December 15th we're going to wake up to Biden being the president and then proceeding forward from there with getting Trump out of the White House? Does anybody believe? Mark Garrigus said on Adam Carolla, when they do that reasonable doubt thing, I talked about this. He put the odds at 50-50. And that was a week or two ago. Right now, I don't know, 55-45? I don't think Biden's a shoo-in. I mean, fuck. Anybody? Is this thing on? Tip your waitresses. All right, let's go back to it. Trump defeated Biden in the popular vote in all those states. The one in Nebraska's electoral votes was awarded to Biden. Representatives for one of Nebraska's electoral votes. See, the same kind of thing, right? One of them was supposed to vote, I guess, for Trump, and they voted for Biden instead. Representatives of the four battleground states being targeted in the lawsuit did not immediately respond to CNBC's request for comment. After Trump asked to intervene in the case, 17 former officials and lawmakers filed their own brief supporting the four swing states. They argued Paxton's case does not belong in the Supreme Court, suggesting his claims could be made elsewhere. The Constitution does not make this court the multi-district litigation panel for trials of presidential election disputes, the brief said. The court filing was signed by former officials who worked in Republican administrations as well as multiple former members of the House and Senate. Paxton's case makes a mockery of federalism and separation of powers, their brief said. Well, isn't this the road that we started going down when when Congress stopped doing its job and they kept kicking cases up to the Supreme Court and turning them into a legislative branch as opposed to a branch that was, when I say legislative, I mean they turned them into policymakers instead of just interpreting and applying the Constitution. This is all the result of Congress kicking the can to the Supreme Court constantly. So now we have that precedent set that the Supreme Court makes these decisions as opposed to doing what they were originally intended to do, which was just to say, this is what the Constitution says and shouldn't really be a political thing at all. The Democrats are very good at scientific dishonesty. Biden can win because they're masters of this kind of thing. Again, you're not getting any arguments out of me, man. What we're witnessing is pretty friggin' amazing. It violates the most fundamental constitutional principles for this court to serve as the trial court for presidential election disputes. Paxton, a Republican who remains under indictment for state felony securities fraud charges, is asking the high court for permission to sue the four states to block their certification of Biden's wins in them. Like how I said, wins in them. Paxton argues a block is warranted because of a supposedly improper changes to voting procedures there in the past year, purportedly different treatment of voters in the Democratic heavy areas, and voting irregularities. The four swing state defendants are set to file their replies in opposition to the request by 3 p.m. on Thursday. What's today? Technically Wednesday now? Is that right? Oh, shit, it's Thursday? Holy fuck, I've lost a day completely. I thought it, oh wow. I mean, so it just is 12:06 here. Wow, it's Thursday. Don't I have something to do tomorrow? Hold on a second. I hope I didn't have something I was supposed to do today. Okay, I got one thing to do. All right, I see what's going on. Wow, I totally lost a day. I mean, totally lost it. Fuck. Wow. I mean, really, I am firmly believed that this just was about to be Wednesday. How did this happen? Wow. Wow. Amazing. Anyway, This effort comes, so this is fucking by 3 p.m. today. This is in 15 hours, less than 15 hours. The effort comes as all states certified their individual presidential election results, which show that Biden easily won the national popular vote. Biden's projected to win the Electoral College when it meets Monday with 36 more votes than the 270 vote minimum needed to clinch the White House. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel on Tuesday said Paxton's filing is a publicity stunt, not a serious legal pleading. The erosion of confidence in our democratic system isn't attributable to the good people of Michigan or any of these other shithole states. Anyway, rather than the partisan officials like Mr. Paxton, who place loyalty to a person over loyalty to their country, the Michigan issues raised in this complaint have already been thoroughly litigated. Trump refused to concede. Trump and his campaign. The Supreme Court on Tuesday declined to hear a separate bid from Trump-allied Republicans challenging Biden's win in Pennsylvania. Election law experts apparently unanimous rejection as a single remaining court. Looks like they're saying it's all doomed in the Supreme Court. I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon enough. But it sure doesn't seem, in my opinion, that if you're a supporter of Biden, I don't think, if I wouldn't be comfortable until he's sworn in on the 14th. I would be very nervous right now if I was a Biden supporter. Let's real quick, let's see what people are saying in the comments. Let's see. Red states, their people are dying because of the ineptitude of Trump. They don't care. Really? Because most of the deaths have been in New York and there's a ton in California. So what does that have to do with Trump? In the red states, anyway. They'll waste time and money to shore up to support a criminal, a murderer, rather than help their own citizens. Tragic. This is Bette Midler. I love Bette Midler. But I don't know. Everything you just said, you could have said about Obama. Obama murdered more people than Trump. Obama tortured Chelsea Manning. Should have tortured Chelsea Handler instead. Anyway, Obama kicked more people out of the country. That's what bugs me is people don't know the facts, that Obama did way worse shit. Hey, Jordan Palmer, always feels like a blip in the Matrix, but it's just the weed, man. I don't think it's the weed, but I know it's time to play your thing. Oh, shit, hold on. I always forget to turn off the desktop. There we go. Let's try that again. There we go. By the way, we now have 15 members of the Zach Waldman fan club, Jordan. So, you've been here from the beginning? Oh, bummer. I wish I knew. Well, that's cool. You spoke up. You get your, you can get it not just for your intro. You could get it just for being cool, you know? Like, you might just say something like, hey, Zach, you have big dick energy today. And I'll be like, thanks, Jordan. You know, and I'll be like, it's really pretty average. I got a thick, bulbous head, but I appreciate the compliment. No problem, Zach. No, thank you, Jordan. Hey, Zach. Yeah, Jordan? You should be a model. Oh, thanks, Jordan. I'm not tall enough, but I appreciate it. Yeah, so it's any kind of reason. So if you want to be like Jordan and have your own little stinger, you could be member number 16. But because we have member 15, Jordan, I'll be doing a pipe cast, members only. I'd love it if those of you watching right now, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, hit the little notification bell, choose all. You'll know when I upload new videos and when I go live. And of course, go to ZachWaldman.com and you could be member number 16 of the Zach Waldman fan club. And even if you don't join the fan club, even if you don't join, there are all kinds of free things you can do on that page to support the show and the content I'm creating. I also, just before I went live tonight, I uploaded a new video to the channel, and it's doing well. It's I have to look at my own channel to remember what the hell it was about. It was Trump knowing the truth about aliens, about how Trump has been in contact with aliens. That video is doing pretty well. So if you haven't seen that yet, go to the, after the show, you can go to the videos and you can go over here. See this right here. Trump hangs out with aliens. That one right there. This is me right here. That's me live. The Chuck Yeager one's not getting a lot of views. The Trump hanging out with aliens one, that has more views in 5 hours than Chuck Yeager got in one day. Which is pretty ironic because Chuck Yeager is the guy who broke the sound barrier for the first time. So you'd really think he'd be winning the race, but then again, he is dead. I'm not sure my Warner Brothers one didn't do great, but this one's doing okay. It's giving me hope. So whatever. Trying to get better at it. I seem to be getting better at it. I don't know. It's fun to watch a middle-aged man's journey into YouTube after he's lost everything to a pandemic. It's fun, right? It's got to be in some kind of level. It's got to make you feel better about your life. I've become a digital panhandler. I'm basically a homeless guy who still has a home, who's begging for money digitally because you can't do it on the street. Anyway, but it's fun. It's a good time. Try to give you something for your panhandling. Yeah, the Pipecast, I might end the show any minute now and do it, although we'll see. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you. I think you're going to enjoy the Pipecast. But you could see the videos are getting more views. I've got here real quick. Let me check. The Chrissy Mayer Stuttering John one. Oh shit! There's we got to go to Smoke and Scan.
I put a little maybe cheese.
Fuck! I thought I got tricked. I thought there was a chase in progress. It's so weird, man. One time I went to go watch Smoke and Scan, and as soon as I got in the room, he was already talking, and he was like, Zach Waldman sent you here? Oh, I don't know Zach Waldman, but that's cool. Thanks, Zach. And I don't know this guy at all, but I am a fan of Smoke and Scan. But this is video of Vegas. That's Las Vegas Boulevard. That's the Vegas Strip. But I saw the thumbnail that said that there was a live chase going on. I got excited. I was gonna leech on his channel and fucking watch the chase with you guys. But man, my subscriber count went back up. My subscriber count was fucking going down steadily, but now it's going back up. So here, check it out. You could see kind of it's kind of fun. You could see like the hits and misses, right? Like the very first, I kicked off the show with a video that actually did pretty well, which was this one here. Now, the problem with this video is it was the very first video. Oh, you just bought. Yeah, well, I thought the way your name was written, channel420.tv, I thought your name was your handle and promoting the URL. I was like, oh, that's a really clever way to promote your URL. Like, it'd be like if my username on chat was zachwaldman.com. It's like, that's, I think it's a good idea. And, but anyway, so I'm glad you bought it. So anyway, this was a video. So there was Joey Diaz told a story about a magician that he used to rip off in Colorado. And he's told the story a few times on his podcast. And oh, good. I'm glad you bought it anyway. You were going to buy it anyway. So I should have an affiliate link on I have a list of affiliate links on the fan page. I should have one there for buying domain names, like Namecheap or something. I don't bother though, because how much domain names are so cheap now. Like, what's the affiliate commission on a domain name? A quarter? But anyway, Doc Eason was the magician that Joey Diaz used to rip off in Colorado like a million years ago. And I've known Doc since I was a teenager. We're good friends. And I asked him about it, and he fucking told me, he went off on me. And I said, hey man, because of the pandemic, I can't work. I'm going to, I quit YouTube and I quit podcasting and everything to focus on comedy and magic. So, but I'm going to bring it back. Would you come on and talk to me about, what happened with you and Joey Diaz? So he came on and talked about it. Unfortunately, everything about this, like the audio quality I had, the lighting, the background, and his audio was total dog shit. We did it on Skype, and things were crashing all the time. So the quality sucked, but it gave me hope. This was 6 months ago. Got 782 views, and at the time, I only had like 205 subscribers or something like that. I think I had about 250 subscribers. So I got that backwards. So then I started trying to do these topical things. Then the Chris D'Elia video, that was still my biggest success. It's got 21,000 views, and boom, I got like 250 subscribers from that. And then what I was doing was I wasn't like really picking trending topics as much as I was trying to guess at what kind of things everybody was talking about. And there was fireworks going off regularly all over the country, and I noticed a couple of people mentioned it. And I'm like, I bet it's not just happening to me. So that video did okay. Then there was a couple of, this one didn't do well. That one didn't do great. This one got 1,000 views, but I didn't really articulate what I was trying to say well at all. I came off kind of incoherent, and people fucking hated it. And so I put a pinned comment on it saying that, yeah, this video sucks, but I'm going to leave it up as an example of me improving. And I tried to rectify it by talking about it with Juan, but whatever, no one watched that one. Then I did this one where I didn't really paint over a BLM mural. I just said I did for clickbait. And that video did pretty good, 943 views. And then we had a bunch of not much happening. Then this one did okay. It was a little uptick, legal to plow riders with your car. So that was a fun one because I got to edit in a lot of pictures of cars running over people, and that's entertaining. Then here was my next biggest success 2 months ago, Stuttering John versus Chrissy Mayer. And then how did I get back? Why did that repeat? Then I tried my hand at doing satire, so I made up a story about California putting all its homeless on cruise ships because it's cheaper than building them housing. That we put all the homeless on like cruise ships, cruises to nowhere. And that one did pretty good, actually. I mean, it wasn't trending topic or anything. Then this was a made up story too. This is another Onion article type attempt, or I shouldn't say Onion. I should just say my attempt at satire. I said that Jeffrey Toobin sued Zoom for defamation. That got 1,000 views. So, then I had a couple of clunkers. Then I started changing my thumbnail to be kind of more easier to read. And that seems to make a difference. Trying to come up with decent. I thought Chuck Yeager is a zombie. I thought that was going to be real good, but I don't know. No one cared about Chuck Yeager being a zombie. So I don't know. That's the journey I'm taking. I'll tell you some things I've learned if anybody gives a fuck, because I know there are other people that are trying to do this. or some version of it. One thing I know for sure is I'm definitely I'm making things harder on myself by cussing all the time, and every fucking other word being fucking, right? So if you don't want to like make things harder on yourself, don't be like me. Don't cuss all the time. And there's certain words that if you just say like child porn, immediately your video gets flagged. That's why you'll see some videos when they say so-and-so is accused of selling child porn, they say CP, because that way the YouTube algorithm won't think they're like promoting child porn or something. Anyway, so that's a piece of advice for you. I don't listen to my own advice, so I just do what I do because I'm having fun. And if I can't, have fun, then what am I doing here? So the other thing is, I've learned that I had a good one for you. Oh, is that it doesn't really matter what you do before you make a video. Like it doesn't matter. The video that you just made doesn't affect the video you're about to make. What I mean is every video you make is like trying to write a hit song. So it's like if you're a band and you have a hit, it's like, fuck, can we write another hit? And it's not like, of course they would only write hit songs if that's all they, wanted to write. Could write. And some bands do, right? Some bands just have hit after hit. Other bands, they do it one time, right? The thing is, on YouTube, you get rewarded like that. Like I said, I doubled the number of subscribers based on that Chris D'Elia video. So, like right now, I'm at 525. I went from 250 to 500 because of the D'Elia video, and I've only gained 25 since then. Lost a bunch and then just gained a bunch in the last couple of days for some reason. So the point is, every time I make a video, it's like you're starting from scratch, and it's like, is this going to be the one that goes viral? Like for me, that's as close to viral as I've come. Is the D'Elia video. I know that's not viral to some people who are used to getting millions of views, but I mean, let's just say for me, relative, when you have 200 subscribers or 250 subscribers and you suddenly double that and have a video get 21,000 views, it's like, fuck. So if I could do it again, maybe I'll get up to, 750 subscribers. So you just got to take a lot of swings. So that's my other thing is I'm trying to get up to bat more often, because sometimes I think a video is going to do real well and it tanks. Other times I'm surprised. I was surprised the Joe Biden gun control policy one did as well as it did, because I just figured, I didn't think I was saying anything that profound, but I don't know. I think the Tom and Jerry one would have maybe done better if I used a better thumbnail. I'll say this. I'm going to check something real quick. I got kicked off of BitChute. And BitChute is supposed to be like right-wing YouTube. And has D'Elia popped up anywhere online lately? Not that I've seen. But BitChute is supposed to be like right-wing YouTube. The very first video I saw on there was like full of anti-Semitism and racism. And my Tom and Jerry video that's on YouTube, they suspended me for it. They said I broke their policy, and they sent me an email explaining what I did wrong, but I never received the email, and I haven't checked in. So I contacted them, and I haven't heard anything. So let me see. Yeah, this is the weirdest fucking thing. I don't get it. All right, so let me log in a BitChute. And it's like I don't get emails from them for some reason. All right, profile. Okay, I'm going to try to just hit upload. And let's see. disable my ad blocker. Yeah, it won't allow me to upload a video. I'm just going to... What if I just delete this video, I wonder? It says, here, check it out. This is the same one I have on YouTube. It's been blocked for breaching the community guidelines and is currently unavailable. You should have received an email. I did not. I know. What the fuck, right? And I didn't receive an email to the registered email address. And it says, detailing the reasoning. If you have not or wish to appeal against the decision, please. So I clicked on this before. We do it again. How to email to... no, I don't... It's my right email. Hold on. What did I click on? I meant... oh, it's because I'm using that thing. I meant to click on that. There we go. Appeal. All right. Note, for copyright infringement counterclaims. So, can I just delete the motherfucker? Like... I don't really care. Here. There we go. Delete. I have no idea. Yeah. Delete the fucking thing. Your channel has been blocked for breaching the BitChute community guidelines. See? I have to appeal the decision. In that video, you can watch it on YouTube. All right. I'm going to write them right now. Let's see, my video was flagged, but I never received an email explaining why. I don't... Maybe I should change my email address. Maybe I'm just not getting email from them. I don't seem to get your emails at all. The video in question is on YouTube. Without a problem. So I have no... I hate this keyboard. I have no idea what the issue is. I deleted the video, but am still blocked from using BitChute. All right. So, I have no idea what the fuck. All right, my video is flagged, but I never received an email explaining why. I don't seem to get your emails at all. Let's see. Please CC your reply to... All right. All right. I'd say I never received any spam. I don't seem to get your emails at all. Please CC your reply to. And maybe that will arrive in my inbox. The video in question. For the problem, so I have no idea what the issue is or deleted it. But still, okay. So, we'll see. There you go. Zach, your channel is too vile for our site, BitChute. Do you see the kind of shit that's on BitChute? Like the very first video I watched on here was racist as fuck. Let me see if I can... I'll show it to you. Is there like a history thing here? Support. Vlogging. I was trying to find like a history of like what I've watched. I think I may have played it before for you guys. What do we got here? Oh, this is from the Alex Jones show. I was just randomly clicking and I end up with InfoWars. Jesus Christ. Oh, I know that's what makes it funny that I'm blocked. I'm trying to find the video. I'm trying to recollect what it was about. It was like, I'll tell you, this dude from The Quartering is all over the place. Yeah, I started making my thumbnails simpler, kind of like Tim Pool does, because I was like, so much easier to read. So obviously mine looked different, but I just concentrated on making them way easier to read. It's killing me that I can't remember the let's see here. Profile. Yeah, I guess there's no like history like they have on YouTube where you could see videos you've already watched. I'm just trying to find something that's not The Quartering or Alex Jones. Or InfoWars.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities, Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about trouble and trying to be responsible, one-sided news stories.
That's pretty great. Yeah, I know. I've seen this kind of shit before. Yeah, we get it. The media sucks. What is this? I like this. It's a fun wolf, right? Looks borderline.
This is a liberal.
It's aggressive.
The general who thoroughly understands other on the fact that we have made our position unassailable.
What's this? JLP show.
Is it Raphael?
This guy.
Raphael, a first-time caller out of
Jesse Lee
Chicago?
Peterson. I haven't spent much time on BitChute. Well, because I haven't been allowed to. So since I couldn't upload anything, I didn't spend much time looking around. But let's go to entertainment here. This is fun, exploring BitChute with you guys. Deep Thought Radio. All right. How about... let's do... news and politics. I'm sure that's where BitChute shines. Mr. Obvious. Let's see what Mr. Obvious has to say. Biden gets nuked. All right, let's check it out.
Big news, everyone. The Texas
Big
lawsuit,
news, everyone.
of which 8 other states have joined, has been accepted by the Supreme Court.
What's family magnation?
The Supreme Court has ruled that
The
the
Supreme
states in
Court has
question
ruled.
must
They must.
issue a
No.
response by 3 p.m. Thursday.
By
Folks,
3
it
p.m.
is happening,
Thursday.
and it is happening now. Here we are on
Yes.
Twitter. Hello, everyone. This is
No, everyone.
Mr. Obvious, and
Mr. Obvious. Mr. Obviously gay.
today on the internet, we're going to talk about
On the internet as opposed to on another man's penis.
the Texas lawsuit, Pennsylvania, because it turns out the Pennsylvania lawsuit that the media said, oh, the The Supreme Court rejected.
Yes, the Supreme Court rejected my anal probe request. No, sucker and sabotage. What a fucking. Ugh. That guy. You want to never get laid again? Hang out with that fucking guy. Okay, this looks pretty. What do we got here? Looks like an anti-Semitic icon here. Let me see if I can back up for you. All right, this looks like a... Oh, there's Pedro the Frog. I love that guy. Oh, I shouldn't have backed up. I got different thumbnails. All right, I'll go forward. But I wanted to... Yeah, maybe if I click on it. There we go. Well, that's as big as it gets. That's what she said. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. Lou Dobbs. I don't want... If I wanted to watch... These people, I would just watch them. All right, what is this?
Tonight, a WVW Broadcast Network exclusive. My guest, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, and his longtime friend, Lieutenant General Thomas McInerney, and national intelligence researcher and author, Mary Fanning.
Fanny. All right. I think I'm done with BitChute. And, look. All right, okay, let's see what the... Pedro and a Sand... Okay. Isn't his name Pedro, the frog? Why does that sound... Why does that not sound right, Pedro? Am I getting that wrong? Pepe, that's right. Fuck, Pepe. I knew that. It was like, I'm off by hello. You do not confuse me with a frog. I'm sorry, dude. Yes, right. I am Pedro. That is Pepe. Well, you know, we're not all the same. I am the one who is a hard worker. And Pepe... He does not work. No, he's lazy. He gives us a bad name. You should hear what he says about you gringos. Keck, yeah.
The War Against Whites in Advertising.
Hell yeah.
By Richard Houck.
This is a problem. I've said this for years.
The mass marketing of interracial relationships, particularly white women with black men, has become so ubiquitous and
oh no, it's everywhere.
So militant.
Fucking, it's also the most popular porn on every website. So what does that tell you?
Even the least observant members of our culture have begun to notice.
Yes.
Walking
what have
through
they
a mall
noticed?
Recently, I noticed 3 large marketing images of couples in 3 different stores.
It didn't take us long to finally find some racist shit. It's pretty cool.
2 of the 3 were interracial couples.
Oh, no. Can we just stop looking at race altogether? No, I guess not.
Depicting a white woman and a black man. The 3rd couple was white. Perhaps what struck me as most peculiar was the fact that the city where I would...
that them coloreds had all their clothes on and wore shoes. I couldn't believe it. They even look like they got haircuts. What fucking century is this guy from? This guy's a fucking piece of work.
Shopping, whites make up about 97% of the population. Blacks are less than 2%. I wondered if the purpose of diverse advertising...
I'm wondering if you're a little gay, man. It seems like you're obsessed with black men in their underwear. Or maybe you just can't admit this is what you're into and just do what everybody else does and go to interracial porn on Pornhub. Don't suppress your feelings and take it out on everybody else, you fucking racist cunt.
Was to sell more products or really to indoctrinate, to condition, and signal how...
Now, the problem there isn't that she's white, it's that she's 8. Hey, were you 8 before you were 7?
Progressive they are. Based on small glimpses of culture, one might assume half or more of all relationships involve some sort of race mixing. If a person who had no information about the U.S.
You could say the very same thing about the color of their hair. You know, if you watch TV, you'd believe that half of all couples are made up of blondes. And there's really not that many blondes. I know there's many blondes in California, but this isn't who gives a fuck about the color of their hair or any of this other nonsense?
Europe were to see our television, magazine, billboard, and storefront advertisements, he might assume there were virtually...
Is that an interracial couple? Is that a black guy? That doesn't even look like a black guy to me.
Zero normal white...
And how did she get him? He's way too good looking for her, especially with that short hair.
White men anywhere to be found. The combination of white women with black men is hands down the most common mixed-race couple depicted in advertising.
This guy definitely has a hard-on for this stuff. This guy is closeted, man. He wants a black girlfriend. That's exactly what's going on with this fucking guy.
That combination will be the focus of this essay. I thought...
Oh my God, it's a fucking essay? How long is this video? Holy shit, this...
thought about the probability that 2 of the 3 advertisement couples I saw in the mall that afternoon were there by mere coincidence. Between men and women, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, and other, there are...
He means Jew. Oh my God, this thing is 16 minutes long. All right, see you later, you fucking racist fuck. Well, it didn't take... The point is, it didn't take us long to find some racism on BitChute, yet I'm blocked from using it. Pretty unbelievable. My Verizon bill is ready. So that's nice. Those emails come through. The bills always work. Yeah, I should use that in my marketing. Too outrageous for BitChute. Looks like I lost. Oh wow, got some good thumbs up tonight. Yeah, thanks for that. I lost. Looks like most of my audience just making fun of the shit on BitChute. Yeah, I don't know, man. All right, my friends. I think that's it. Yeah, this is true, by the way. YouTube's declared you're now forbidden from criticizing the government's handling of the election. If you haven't heard, people who have made videos expressing an opinion other than the mainstream one, they're having those videos removed. Luckily, I don't talk about that shit, so it's not an issue for me. I don't upload videos, you know what I'm saying? I do this live thing, and this goes behind the paywall and blah, blah, blah. Daily Kerouac. I dedicate myself, to my art, my sleep, my dreams, my labors, my sufferances, my loneliness, my unique madness. I love me some Kerouac. Traditional masculinity is a disease. And Inez said, traditional masculinity is hot. James Lindsay. James Lindsay is great if you're not following him on Twitter. Here we go. Cambridge University. Let's see here. I was about to end the show. This is from Richard Dawkins. Well done, Cambridge. Respect is overrated. Why should anyone, at least all those at a great university, promise to respect nonsense? So obviously Dawkins being sarcastic. Cambridge University rejects proposal to be respectful of all views. Reaffirmation of free speech for staff and students. Wow. That's fucked up. Vote by governing body welcomed by vice chancellor. Let's see what's going on here. not sure I'm understanding this exactly which way this went. Proposals requiring Cambridge University staff and students to be respectful of differing views under a freedom of speech policy have been overwhelmingly rejected in a vote by its governing body. The policy will instead emphasize tolerance of differing views after an amendment put forward by those concerned about the impact on academic freedom was carried by a landslide majority. So this is good. Cambridge alumni, including Stephen Fry, have been among those who had opposed elements of the new policy, which the actor and writer described as muddled. So it looks like Dawkins was saying, yeah, it's good. We shouldn't give respect to nonsense. Visitors to the university would also have been asked to be respectful of the views and diverse identities of others. There was the issue of no platforming as a result of support for 3 amendments. Those invited to speak at the university must not be stopped from doing so as long as they remain within the law. This is great. So this is all good stuff. We need to, although it's sad that it needs to be said, an emphatic reaffirmation of free speech in our university. The university will always be a place where anyone can express new ideas and controversial or unpopular opinions, and where those views can be robustly challenged. The statement also makes it clear that it is unacceptable to censor or disinvite speakers whose views are lawful but may be seen as controversial. Yeah, you know, the cure for speech that you don't like is more freedom of speech. It's more speech. It's not the suppression of it. Finally, a victory. There we go. That's pretty cool. But good for Cambridge University. It's very scary what's happening. I've never seen such a massive attack on free speech ever in my life. It's crazy what's going on right now. The way they want to suppress speech. CNN says hell estates. CNN says hell estates and the Fed sued Facebook on Wednesday. Yeah, we did that at the beginning of the show, alleging they've abused its dominance in the digital marketplace and engaged in anti-competitive behavior. That was, I think, one of the first stories we did in the show tonight. As a member of the fan club, you can even see the replays in the fan club area. Although what I do is I don't go to the trouble of deleting the video and re-uploading it to Vimeo and putting it. Yeah, I just go, you know what? The links are out there, but they get buried. So if somebody really wanted to find an old show, they could. But the idea is that they get unlisted right after the show. So they're always organized for members of the fan club in one area. So you don't have to go searching for them. You'll always know where they are. And so there's that. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We did a lot of stories tonight. We started off swiftly going story to story before I digressed. But I've been going a long time, and I might save Pipecast for tomorrow. Because it's getting late and I get a nice buzz off the pipe. And so I might want to get some coffee, get on my smoking jacket, do the Pipecast, record it. And I promise I'm adding more magic tricks and bar bets to the members area as well. I keep saying that. I actually have some stuff. It's crazy how much shit I've got to add to the members area. This is like a full-time job now. So it is actually. So it's really cool. Thank you again, Channel 420, for becoming a member of the fan club. Let me know what you want in your stinger. Give me some idea of some, you could think, give me a few interests, music you like, stuff you like, and I'll combine some music or sounds and into some visuals that represent the shit you like. It'll be your official stinger, and I'll add your name. Actually, no reason to wait for this. Let me do this right now. So here we go. You're going to see Channel420.tv. All right, you're going to see it appear there right now. Boom. On the bottom there it says, thank you, supporters. And I fucking really do appreciate it. And if you want to become member number 16, man, can you imagine when I get to 20? When I started this, I said, if I can get 10, I can get 20. And actually, I said, if I can get 10, I can get 10 times. And that would be 100. So if I can get 100 once, I can get 100 10 times. And that would be 1,000. And that's my ultimate goal, is just 1,000 true fans that want to join the pirate ship, that I don't have to worry about canceling me, because I just lay it all out there and you see it all from the start. So, it's like you don't have to, if you're just yourself all the time, then the people who like you for who you really are. You don't ever disappoint anybody. And this way I'll never disappoint you. And you can see there on the bottom of the scroll, these are all in order. I don't know if they're in order as people signed up, but now whoever joins, I add them to the end. So there you see channel420.tv. And thank you, man. I appreciate that you said it's an awesome show. I'm working on it, growing it little by little. But we got the fact that I've got 15 members now. That's pretty cool. So if you want to become a member, go to zachwaldman.com/fans. Even if you don't become a member, there's all kinds of free things you could do on there to support me. For instance, everybody's shopping on Amazon.com. You could use my Amazon affiliate link. It's on that page. Scroll down, click on it, buy something from Amazon. I'll earn a commission. Some of you have been doing that, and I really appreciate it. Other than that, when you join the fan club, you get access to bar bets, magic tricks, uncensored content, special podcasts, or I should say special videos I do with people like Drew. Drew never comes on live. We always pre-record ours. And the Pipecast is going to be a new thing just for members. I'm losing my voice. I did nothing but talk all day, every day this week. But I enjoy it, man, because you guys make it all worth it. So, as always, I'm going to play you out with a little Reverend Carl, and you know I mean it when I say it. I love each and every one of you more than chocolate cake. See you tomorrow, my friends. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
It's 2 a.m., 14 below, it's closed. My work is done, but I'm feeling low, and I wanna play the night away, the night away. I can't stand to be alone. I gotta bring over some people to fill up my empty home. Yes, I do. Yes, I do now. I'm having a party, having a party, having a party. I'm having a party, people. And a party, people. Well, well, well. Put out the word to the chosen few. I got the SMC, my friends. Bring your choice of brews, your choice of brews. The buzz is on and the mood is set. The candles burn as the turntables turn by the TV set. Yes, they do. Yes, they do now. Having a party, having a party, having a party, having a party, people, having a party, people, and everybody's getting down now. Party people, having a party, having a party, having a party, people. The monster man is feeling smooth, while in the mirror he's busting moves till he finds his groove, till he finds his groove. A Johnny Poet is feeling numb, He's gonna drink until the sunlight comes out to play. He's always running away. Where are your shoes today now? Having a party, having a party, having a party. We having a party, people. Party people. And everybody's getting down now. Party people, having a party, having a party. We having a party, people. And a party people. Having plenty of fun. He's been drinking them 21s like they're going out of style. A jungleberry scabbing tails. He'll smoke all the weed you have if you let him away with it. Let him away with it. Let him away with it. Away with it. Away with it now. Having a party. Having a party. Having a party. We having a party, people. And a party, people. And everybody's getting down now. Party people. Having a party. Having a party. We having a party, people. A party, people. Well. Reggie Love is dressed in plain. He'd like to bop the night away, 'cause he's come a long way from that Ventura County. Girly girl by the telephone. She's been waiting on a man to call so she can share her love, share her love.